and the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He goes underneath the break. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check, Patriot!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
No. Check, Patriot!
Back to throw here. A quick hitter complete. It's Parker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here is complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Gone! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Wilson going deep down and got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Wilson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald able to drop him for a loss of 4. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Barney. Here we go now.
Here we go with Williams. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So now here come the Dolphins. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the play.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Again they run with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Time. For a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw here. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? The answer's pretty evident to me.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle.